Hello and welcome to Pinball Reviews. I'm Luke and today we're going to be looking at this 2011 pinball machine Transformers by Stern. It's playable here in Special when lit. It's got loads of fantastic features. It's quite a modern game. We're going to go through some of the rules and what you need to do and how to play it. Some crazy multiple play as well. Okay, so at the beginning you can start off, you can choose either the Decepticons or the Autobots, and depending on who you pick you can get some different bonuses for each of those characters. So if you go for the Decepticons, you want to make some Decepticon shots, all the flashing purple ones at the moment. If you make 4 of the in-lane lit, it will give you bonuses on those shots basically. So one easy way of doing that is to keep going for the left ramp. As I've seen in a bonus tutorial, I'm not doing that though, I'm draining unfortunately. There we go. I'm playing against Jason today. He's going for the Decepticons as well. The main 2 things you can go for in this game is the multi-balls. There's a multi-ball on Optimus Prime where a little ramp comes up and you keep shooting it. It does kind of hit him in the groin. That's one way of getting the multi-ball. Or there's another multi-ball on the villain Megatron, and he has like a big cannon, and it's a little bit different to most games. You don't lock 3 balls, you lock 4 balls on this one, and he fires them all out one after the other. So at the moment I'm getting a little bit of flow going here, going for the ramp shot on Optimus Prime and then going into the lock shot off the right flipper into the Megatron lock. There is some pop bumpers at the back here. We've got a little bit of close-up play here. So you can see that's once into the ramp and then once into the lock shot there. So I'm going to go through some things I like about this game and some things that I'm not so keen on. So first up, things that I like is a very fast machine. This game's designed by George Gomez, who's famous for making machines like Deadpool, Batman 66, the new Beatles machine, the Avengers, the old Batman machine as well, which is the Dark Knight, Lord of the Rings, Revenge from Mars, Monster Bash, which is in the top 10 of all-time pinball machines. It is one of the all-time greats, and Johnny Mnemonic and Corvette. Now, a similarity between these machines, one thing which might become a bit of a cliche, they're all very fast. They are fast games. The ball will fly about in them. Everyone knows that from Johnny Mnemonic, and Transformers doesn't lay down either. It does shoot back very quickly, especially when you start that multi-ball, the 4-ball with Megatron. It fires them out thick and fast. Oh, I've drained as well. There we go. So Jason, I wonder what he's going to be going for. There's not a lot in the scores here at the moment. We're on the second ball, and 2 million and 1 million. Usually on this machine I'd feel like 25 million would be a reasonable score, which means you've probably got both the multi-balls going and collected a few points. So Jason is going for the multi-ball as well there, I think. Let's have a look. He's going 2 more shots for Optimus Prime. We'll get him that first multi-ball, so that'll be a useful thing for him. There's lots of things flashing here. There's a little yellow shot there as well. That's on, what's his name? Little Bumblebee character. So if you want to shoot the car, get that. And he's got another one on the lock here. This is one of the issues with this machine, unfortunately. You do have to tap it sometimes. It doesn't always recognise that it's locked into Megatron. It will do a ball search there, and it will recognise that it's locked that ball, and it will carry on. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's just a little bit of a niggle that sometimes happens with this machine. This is a really nice machine though. It is the special limited edition one. You can see down one side it's all painted blue, and the other side it's all painted red to represent your 2 different warring factions. It's fantastically built. It's got all the toys on it. You can see if we look up close, it's got all the different characters down the side there, all the Decepticons on one side and the Autobots on the other. So depending on which one you pick at the beginning, you get to play as those characters. You get some different bonuses depending on who you're playing as. So for example, if we're playing as the Decepticons, it's destroy Optimus Prime and fight him, whereas it's the opposite way around when you're playing as the Autobots, as the goodies. There is a nice little shot on the left there. If I just look around the playfield and talk you through each of the different shots, on the left there is an all spark, and it's a little kick out. When you put it in there, it does though gently return it straight to the left flipper, so it's great for making your next shot. Then the next one there goes up into the pop bumpers, and then you've got a star screen ramp, which is a little bit different because it rolls up the ramp, hits that little character, he spins around on a little table, and it comes back down to the left flipper. The next one's there, you've got the multi-ball. You can see they're firing out now. They fire out pretty quick. There's a little drop target in front of them. Sometimes you need to knock that down to be able to lock them in there, but when you start the multi-ball they all fire out really nice and quick. Oh dear, Jason's not a very good multi-ball here unfortunately. Double drain, there we go. I'd probably want to try and do the same as Jason, get the multi-ball going. Did get a super skill shot there, so it wasn't a full plunge, it was a gentle plunge. There's a few different lanes at the top there, and if you miss those lanes and get it just before them, you get that super skill shot by dropping it in, I believe, just behind Megatron there. The next shot after Megatron is the shot on Optimus Prime, so you can see the little ramp is up currently. Basically when you shoot it up there, it then goes up the ramp a little bit like Iron Maiden and hits Optimus Prime there. Now I've got the multi-ball as well, so here they all come out nice and quick. So this multi-ball is for fighting Optimus Prime because I'm playing as the Decepticons, so they're having a little battle on the screen. I get a 3 or 4 ball multi-ball all firing out, and I'm aiming for those little orange shots for the jackpots, and I can relight them I believe by hitting it back into Megatron, which is the purple flashing shot there also. It does get a bit frenetic this game because there's loads of balls bouncing about. It's fairly open playfield lower down there. You've got some shots which are a little bit down the playfield, so obviously that Starscream ramp on the left and the Megatron shot. Just right of the Optimus Prime, go around the playfield again, we've got the yellow flashing shot which is for Bumblebee, and there's another shot which goes up a little ramp and goes into maybe a Ratchet character, and it basically gives you this little triangular see-through playfield at the back on the right, and it asks you to press both the flippers left and right, and it will bounce the ball up to the top, and the idea is to hit a little target at the top there. Now I don't think I've ever actually made it to the top on that one, getting the little target going, but what's quite interesting about that is it makes some different chimes for like you would hear on an old pinball machine, not like you would hear on this. Oh, I think I must have got the multi-ball for, oh, what is his name? I forget the name of these blooming robots, they all look really similar. Like just big masses of metal. The one on the left is Megatron, and I've just hit Optimus Prime, so now I've got the multi-ball on him instead. Double scoring, that can't hurt, so hopefully that should give me a few points. Again, just going for the flashing shots here really. There's a lot to shoot at, but basically because there's so many balls bouncing about, it's just getting them back up the field. A lot of the ramps give you a little bit of save and they return nicely to the flippers, so you're fairly safe on most of the shots you make on this game as long as you're making them. It doesn't feel too intimidating, this machine. It is quite friendly. There's just the 2 slingshots which could give you a little bit of danger, but if you miss the shots it's fairly forgiving. As you can see there, it just did come back to the flippers quite nicely. Oh well, not that time though, that time it drained. Never mind. Okay, so Jason's got a bit of catching up here to do. He's on 8 million, I'm on 19 million on the last balls here, so we'll see how he can do. He has got it up into the Ironhide, it is that little character on the top right, so that gives you that cool little mini table which is see-through, and if you press the buttons left and right it should bounce the ball off 2 rubber strips up to the top and hit a little target to complete that mode. It's a tricky little one, that one, but it is quite good fun. It's a nice little hidden extra, you wouldn't expect it, and it does give those real old chimey sounds which you wouldn't really often see on a Bond pinball machine at all. Now this game has got lots of cool features, lots of a nice ramp there similar to Iron Maiden, a good lot of ball shot, lots of nice characters and a strong theme really, with the battle of the robots smashing about and grinding metal against each other. It makes sense with a pinball machine, it fits it really well. It's got some good rules, it's got the left and right there. However, this game ranks currently at 98 on Pinside, which is fairly low in the top 100 pinball machines. You'd expect it to be higher for quite a modern machine. I'd say that's probably just down to it being a fairly friendly machine like Monster Bash. It's satisfying, there are some good shots to make, but it does sometimes maybe seem a little bit easier. You can have very long ball times. As a first game to play, I'd really recommend it because it's very fun, there's lots of things to do. You'll definitely have good fun getting the multi-balls and smashing about in there, but if you want a bit more challenging play, there are other machines out there to have a look at. This one looks and sounds fantastic though, so it really is worth getting down to Special Willet and having a play. I think Jason might be about to drain. There it goes. Never mind, it was a great game. Get down and play it.